Hi, David MacKenzie here, and welcome back to another series of Classical Coffee, leading up to our concert this Saturday, February 11th at the Zeiterion, a concert entitled the Virtuoso Orchestra. And what we're going to be doing this week is touring around in downtown New Bedford some of the art galleries, because this concert is really focused on extra musical influences on music. And one of those primary influences that has really interacted with music and composers over the centuries is visual arts. So we'll be visiting some of the important galleries here in town, some you know about, some you don't know about, and hopefully get you interested in more about what they're doing. Today we're in Colo Colo, which is down on Water Street in the historic district, just down the street from the Whalen Museum, around the corner from Cork Restaurant. And we're here with an exhibition of art by Suzanne D. Carey, art that was influenced by a trip to South Africa. And you see that we see ostriches all around. It's a really marvelous exhibit, and hope you can come down. And Colo Colo is a gallery that's been here about 3 years, but it's tucked away in a little corner down in this wonderful historic district. And it really is focused on international art, but by artists, underrepresented artists. So that would be women artists, artists of color, with an international flair. So this is a marvelous little space and a wonderful gallery, and Luisa does a wonderful job here, so we hope you could come down and support them. The concert, the first day of this Classical Coffee series, is really going to be focused on a piece by a Mexican composer. We're starting the series with the remaining 3 concerts of works by, one work on each program is by a living American composer. We're going to start out with a North American composer, a Mexican composer, Arturo Marquez, in a work called Danzón Número 2, Danzón number 2. It is a work that, obviously, the extra musical influence here is going to be dance. And the great ballets of history that have been written, Tchaikovsky ballets, Stravinsky, Ravel ballets, some of the greatest music of all time has been created for dance. But this is dance of a very different sort. The danzón, it was the national dance of Cuba, and like tango and like our own jazz, really came out of the blending of European dance forms with African rhythms and instruments. We get tango in South America that comes out of the contradance. We get danzón in Cuba that comes out of the contradance, and we get our own jazz music, which evolved through the Creole blending of European contradance and other forms. But this danzón is really a Mexican danzón, and there was a strong influence in the state of Veracruz, the coastal state, of Cuban musicians, and the danzón still is a very, very strong part of Mexican culture. And the danzón is a very, it like tango and like jazz, has very challenging roots in that it arose in the very poorest segments of society. It was considered risque, it was considered scandalous. And yet, like all those other forms, it rose to become so important in all segments of culture, and really infused classical music with a different sensibility about rhythm, a different flavor of rhythm, and much more energy and excitement. The danzón starts almost always in a very slow, seductive way, and then gradually builds its intensity to the conclusion. So the excerpt you're going to hear is by Gustavo Dudamel, conducting the orchestra Simón Bolívar Youth Orchestra from El Sistema in Venezuela, but they're playing at the Proms in London. And it's just, the music is just wonderfully energetic and exciting. And also, I would like to, at the end of that segment, you're going to have another video segment that will direct you to an artist who has been championed here at Colo Colo. His name is Jose Luis Yamunake. He's a Peruvian artist that uses combination of rhythm and plastic arts in sculpture. It's really a remarkable video about a remarkable technique and a remarkable artist. So we hope you enjoy both of those, and we'll see you tomorrow with the second segment of Classical Coffee.